this year was the year I fell in love with Black indie authors, and making this a list of only 5 of them was incredibly hard. It was so hard. So hard. Hi friends, welcome back to Bookmas. I am Shané and this is Shelby in the Book Club, and in today's video I'm going to tell you my top 5 independent Black authors of 2024. This list was so hard to come up with. Anyone that is not mentioned in today's video will be talked about in another video where I give you actual book recs, so don't fret, okay? If this sounds interesting to you, let's get into it. Before we get started, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It's important. I'm on the road to 15K. I think we can get there before 2025. Any of the books, authors, or whatever mentioned in this video will be linked down below in the what? The underneath a bar. Why is it called the underneath a bar? Because it is underneath the video. It's easy for you to find. You should go in there. You should go look in there sometimes, is all I'm saying. It be links and all kind of stuff in there. You should go look, friend. Let's get into it for real this time. If you see me looking down, I'm looking at my homegirl. I call her the mini girl. This is my iPad. Where I go, she go. Where she go, I go. I read on, I take notes on her. This is my homegirl. So if you look, if I'm looking down, cause then I ain't ignoring you, heifer. I don't know why y'all get so sensitive. I'm looking at my notes. All right. Let's get into it. This list is in no particular order, because if I had to rank them, I'd probably be a little stressed out. And you know they just fixed my heart the other month, so we're not gonna do that. First up on the list, per this sweatshirt that I have on, can you see? We have Granger. Oh my God. When I tell you some of the best fantasy I've read, The Secret World of Maggie Gray. When I tell you, it had me in a chokehold, okay? Auntie need to know where them babies is at, what them babies is doing, okay? Did they make it to class? What creatures are doing what? I like the way that it's put together, the bones of this series, which is the Drew Collins series, the Drew Collins University series. Granger has something mighty on her hands. Okay, if you like fantasy, if you like witches and werewolves, and there are so many creatures. They have a talking cat named Quan. Okay, I like, so good. I cannot wait for the second one to come out. I believe she said the release date was January 31st. I probably will reread The Secret Life of Maggie Gray and The First Family again in preparation for it, because they just were so good. I don't think a lot of people were expecting such greatness from an indie author, but I think that's the joys of discovering independent authors and growing with them, right? What I will say, although I am raving about these books, I can acknowledge that the editing needs work. But we're not gonna die, okay? I think y'all don't realize that the thought processes that you are perpetuating when y'all talk badly about independent authors is very harmful. Yes, it needs work. She's an independent author. Do you know how much an editor costs? I'm sure you never thought about that. Same thing that y'all do when y'all talk about well, why don't it have a audiobook? Do you know how much it costs to record an audiobook? No. What y'all think, somebody is sitting down to the house with a microphone reading their books to y'all? No, it costs money. Y'all some haters, okay? I'm very excited to see the growth from book 1 to book 3. I think there are going to be multiple books in this series. I'm super excited. It was great. I like, every time I turn around, I'm telling somebody they need to read The Secret World of Maggie Gray. The Secret World of Maggie Gray. I've been saying The Secret Life. But sugar, it should be on the screen somewhere. Leave me alone. Next, India T Norfleet. My God, today. When I tell you that is a writing heifer, she write the mess out of a coochie book. And let me tell you what I like about India T Norfleet. Sometimes you want an erotica or a romance that's less than 100 pages and you want to know what to expect. You want to read, but you ain't in the mood to really dive deep and like have to figure out a plot and to do the you just want something. Listen, she has it down to a science. The spice be spicing, the love stories be loving. Okay, it be on point. I've read more than 5 of her books this year. I have not been disappointed in any of them. Okay, but what you are getting from her is she write the same kind of man all the time. Okay, he a little emotionally unavailable. He got that thing on him though. If you know what I mean, because you know my mama be watching this. He got that thing on him. Okay. And he like to put his mouth on stuff. You catching my drift? Is you catching my drift? India T Norfleet. I honestly, you might want to read them books with your man. I'm just saying you might want to read them with your man. India T Norfleet is that girl. She's that girl. Okay, that girl. Next up, Charity Shané. I love her. I read 5 of her books this year. Love her. Do you hear me? Everything that she writes is so cool. I've seen a lot of progression. She kind of straddles the line between contemporary romance and urban to me. And what I mean by that is some of her books are super spicy. Some of them are. Some of them are not. Both of them got the writing down packed though. Okay, so if you want romance that is maybe leans a little bit more contemporary romance, but you want them to be hunching hard, because a lot of times y'all be saying books is spicy, but they just be kissing real hard, and that be making me and my homegirls angry. Because don't tell me something is nasty that's not nasty. My favorite by her is 180. I love that man. That is a good man, Savannah. Like, he's actually a good man. Like, actually. Next, y'all done heard me talk about this lady all year round. And you thought I was gonna say ML Bash, but what I'm gonna say is Masterpiece. Oh my God, I think about Bow Down like once or twice a week at minimum. You know how many times I've reread Bow Down this year? I should be ashamed of myself for admitting that. Oh my, I love Masterpiece. What I love about Masterpiece is she doesn't risk good storyline for good sex scenes. Okay, because sometimes the girls get a good story going and the spice don't be spicing. If you are looking for good BDSM Black representation with plus size women, Masterpiece is your girl. Okay, they is getting tied up, folded up, having a good time with good storylines. When I say I am like, I love all of her, like all of her characters. And she does a thing that is very similar to why people love Kennedy Ryan, which is she covers topics that are a little bit more serious. So there's one of her books, she covers homelessness. Another one was some PTSD, like family trauma issues that she covers. There are just so many different things that she covers without risking the spiciness. Another thing that I love is that I've seen the progress in her writing. From the first book that I read by her to the most recent one, you can see the progress in her storytelling, in her skill, in how she is approaching things, and even to how she is placing spicy scenes and so on and so forth. I absolutely love her. She's also a sweetheart. She's so kind. Oh my gosh, I be in her DMs bothering her all the time. I love her so bad. Last but certainly not least, ML Bash. My gosh, we had her on the podcast. If you don't know, I do have a podcast called The League of Extraordinary Readers. We had her on the pod this year. She is the kindest. She is so sweet. ML Bash, I originally found her December of last year. So it's been a year since I've been reading her books. And she was the first poly romance that I ever read. And I've read a lot of other poly since then. Nobody does it like ML Bash. Nobody does it like ML Bash. She writes in a way that is tangible and is understandable for everybody. Again, without excluding or like sacrificing on the spice. You can see the increase in her skill in the way she is telling her stories. I love that she is going out of her way to put different types of kink in her stories. I think it's so important for Black people to be represented in kink for so many different reasons, right? Y'all is at home having very vanilla, very boring sex because church, because you're afraid of what other people are going to think about you, because you are judgmental of what other people do in their bedroom. Whole time you just need to let that man put a ball gag in your mouth and tie you up a little bit and have his way. Friend, it's not gonna hurt you. You could be submissive behind closed doors. It's not gonna hurt you, friend. It's actually gonna be a good time. If anybody wanna know how, no, I don't. I just read about it. ML Bash. She almost makes you think that she's writing from experience and not just from her imagination or something she Googled. Okay? I love her. I've read over 8 of her books this year. Each one I love. I think my favorite, you guys have heard me talk about this book a lot, is You Hide, I'll Seek. It's a Halloween novella. There are a lot of things in there that I was like, maybe I need to talk to my therapist because I like that. I like that. I might want to be chased. I might want to be chased. I don't know. I might want to be chased and I might want a boyfriend and a husband. ML Bash makes it seem tangible. And that's why I love her. So if you've made it to the end of this video, let me know. Have you read any of these authors? Also, let me know, was it per my recommendation and did you like it or did you not? This is the one time I'm asking you to tell me, did you not like something? Take advantage of it right now because I might not ask you again until Jesus returns. Okay? Also, if you've made it this far in the video, leave a stack of books emoji to let me know. If no one told you today, I love you. You are kind. You are smart. You are important. If to no one, to me. Bye, friend.